Everybody, this is Jay, and welcome to some more celebrity news with the podcast. Now, this news right here is in regards to longtime co-host of The View, Whoopi Goldberg, and she recently found herself in some hot water, so to speak, while on The View. Before I get into it, please subscribe to my podcast on Apple Music, Spotify, Google, wherever you're listening to the podcast right now, as well as don't forget to give a thumbs up, give some type of feedback, comment, something. Let me know that you appreciate the work I put in and the news that I bring you, as well as a thumbs up on YouTube. Now, let's get into it. We see ABC News has suspended The View host Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks on Tuesday because of hours after she apologized for falsely declaring on the daytime program that the Holocaust was not about race. In a statement, ABC News President Kim Godwin bluntly described Goldberg's comments about the Holocaust, which were made on The View Monday, as wrong and hurtful. While Whoopi has apologized, I've asked her to take time to reflect and learn about the impact of her comments. Godwin said, "The entire ABC News organization stands in solidarity with our Jewish colleagues, friends, family, and communities." Godwin told staff in an internal email, which was obtained by CNN, that decisions over disciplinary matters are never easy. And Godwin said that she appreciated Goldberg's apology. But words matter, and we must be cognizant of the impact our words have. Godwin told staffers in her memo explaining the network's decision to suspend the actor and comedian. Goldberg first drew backlash on Monday morning when she insisted that the Holocaust was not about race, but rather man's inhumanity to man. Goldberg later went on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, where she attempted to explain the rationale for her comments, but what she said on that show only exacerbated the situation. Later Monday night, as the controversy continued to grow, Goldberg issued a written apology. In it, she says she erred in her remarks and understood why they were wrong. "I'm sorry for the hurt I have caused," Goldberg said in her written statement. Hours later, Goldberg opened up Tuesday's episode of The View, offering yet another apology. "I said something that I feel a responsibility for not leaving unexamined. Because my words upset so many people, which was never my intention," Goldberg said. "I understand why now, and for that I am deeply, deeply grateful because the information I got was really helpful and it helped me understand some different things. I said the Holocaust wasn't about race and was instead about man's inhumanity to man," Goldberg added. "But it is indeed about race because Hitler and the Nazis considered Jews to be an inferior race." She continued, "Now words matter and mine are no exception. I regret my comments, as I said, and I stand corrected. I also stand with the Jewish people, as they know and y'all know, because I've always done that." After her on-air apology, Goldberg hosted a discussion with Anti-Defamation League President Jonathan Greenblatt. Greenblatt later said on Twitter that he accepted Goldberg's apology, but Goldberg's initial comments has still rolled staffers across ABC News. Some staffers believe disciplinary action was warranted, according to people familiar with the matter who asked to remain anonymous because they were not authorized to publicly comment on the matter. Others, however, came to Goldberg's defense and noted that her comments were made out of ignorance, not malice. One ABC News staffer told CNN that Goldberg had apologized and appeared to learn from her mistake, which they believe was key in evaluating whether to accept her apology. Ana Navarro, a CNN political commentator who regularly guest hosts on The View, separately told CNN that Goldberg's colleagues know what's in her heart and that she's not an anti-Semite. When you have 5 women discussing complex topics in 5-minute segments on unscripted live TV, sometimes things come out the wrong way, Navarro said. We are human and make mistakes. The difference between us and others is we acknowledge it and try to correct it. Whoopi clarified and apologized without caveats. Ultimately, however, after staying silent for most of the day, Godwin notified employees that she had made the decision to take disciplinary action. Greenblatt said on Don Lemon Tonight, Tuesday night, that he could not comment on ABC News' internal processes, but that he hoped Goldberg uses the 2-week suspension for a process of introspection and learning. Greenblatt added that he understands public figures can say clumsy things about race or faith or gender. I don't believe in cancel culture, Greenblatt said. I like the phrase that my friend Nick Cannon uses, we need counsel culture. We shouldn't cancel Whoopi because she made a mistake. Goldberg has survived a number of controversies throughout her nearly 15 years on The View. In 2009, she remarked that Roman Polanski was not guilty of rape, a comment which she later clarified. Goldberg also initially defended Bill Cosby as he faced sexual accusations, a position she ultimately reversed. Okay, so what do you all think about this? It is kind of interesting to me, more so about how the Jewish community is able to stick up and stick together and hold people accountable whenever or whoever says anything remotely out of line or what they deem to be disrespectful. And people say things disrespectful or out of line about the black community all the time. And for some reason, the black community is not able to hold people accountable in the same respect. I think that Nick Cannon, even though they brought up, he said counsel culture instead of cancel, which I do think that would be better instead of canceling people, because everyone makes mistakes. And if everyone was able to go inside of everybody's life and see the mistakes they made, then they probably would be able to realize the error in their ways instead of focusing on people who are more public. But that being said, they did the same thing to Nick Cannon as well. And although I'm not disputing what he said was right or wrong, I just think that black community overall needs to be able to hold people accountable in the same way when they say things out of line about African Americans and people of color, because things happen and are said all the time and it seems to be no big deal. But when other communities are offended, it's a serious matter. And my take is I would like for black community to take things just as serious and handle things accordingly. You all let me know what your thoughts are on Whoopi Goldberg and what was going on with this situation, as well as the black community one day sticking together and holding people accountable when they say things out of line or offend or disrespect people of color. Thank you all for listening. I appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe, bang that bell. Go ahead and check out my website, jaymoorereviews.com, as well as subscribe to the podcast as well as the website. And I'll see y'all on the next news article. Peace.